Welcome back to WesKnows Tech News and Reviews. Today we've got the all-new Samsung Galaxy Fit 3 with us. This is the all-new tracker from a premium brand. And let me tell you, for £80 or $100, we are getting something completely unexpected because it's so good. If we remember the original Fit 1 and Fit 2, they were not very good indeed. They were behind the trend. They were just old-fashioned. This tracker is a different level. It actually takes on the Xiaomi, the Amazfit, the Redmi, and the Huawei trackers, and I think it does it better for a more reasonable price. Now, this is insane, and considering this is a first impressions review, I will take you through the display, the design, the features and functions. Of course, we'll talk about the shortcuts as well, because there've been a few. We'll talk about the battery life, we'll talk about the sensors. We'll cover it. Let's get into this review. In regards to the display, we get a 1.6-inch display or 4 centimeters. This is quite a large display size. It's wide enough to get more than a few words on one line, and it's long enough to get quite a few rows of information there, which is great. This is an AMOLED display that we get here. The AMOLED panel is awesome quality. So the blacks are very deep, the colors literally pop off at you. And considering this is a Galaxy item, we are getting just the right colors. We are getting the menu moved to the most intuitive places. This is a mature tracker. It follows the logic that you would see on the more expensive smartwatches from Samsung. We get a lot of the greens, the blues, the yellows, the whites, the pinks, the reds, and everything sort of works together. It's not just random colors jumbled together. There is a science about this. There is the Samsung science about this. We can see the premiality in everything, in every single screen when we look at this. Everything is sort of balanced but bright, light, and fun with this tracker. We get a good resolution, 256 by 402 pixels. The screens move great. There is no lagginess, there's no breaks. Everything is very smooth on this tracker. In regards to auto brightness, we actually do get this. We get an ambient light sensor. We have always on display here. There are hundreds of faces for you to download from the app, and most of the faces are really nice. They're really good because, let's be fair, on Huawei, very strange. For the good faces, you gotta pay. Seriously? On Xiaomi and Redmi, the faces are not that amazing. Well, plenty of them are just so-so. Here on Samsung, plenty of faces are really nice quality. They're bright, they're fun, they're customizable, they're interesting, and actually provide a lot of interesting and useful detail. You also get a lot of customization options. So you can actually set up how you want to see your notifications. Do you want the screen to light up when something comes in? And you can do this off the screen. You don't need to go to the app to set up these customizations and how you want to view your information. So very good indeed in regards to the display. If we talk about the design, well, rectangular in shape, and I can tell you that it's very comparable to the Huawei Watch Fit 1 or the Huawei Band 8. It's slightly smaller than the Fit 2, doesn't get GPS, we'll cover that in the features and functions of course, but the fact is that there is a button on the right hand side, does make this tracker pretty much a hybrid and almost a smartwatch. But of course it's the missing GPS. That is basically that line that separates the trackers from the smartwatches. In regards to the case design, well, it's nice and fluid, a bit of a barrel shape on the sides, so slightly convex sides, but the case material here is aluminium, which is sandblasted, which is great, meaning that your wear and tear will not be as evident as if this was a plastic case. So something really premium and exciting. In regards to the strap, well, this is a quick release strap, similar as what we saw on Amazfit, on Huawei. You just click with your nail under the watch here and the strap comes off. The strap is okay, it's just a rubber strap, nothing special about it, but the clasp is actually very good. So this is the classic watch type clasp with a tuck-in feature at the end. And that is actually really good because it helps to get the optical heart rate sensor on the back of the tracker as close to your wrist as possible and ensuring that the tracker doesn't move around too much on top of your wrist. So with regards to the design, everything is really good as well. And now let's get on and talk about the features and functions. As we would expect from the features and functions, we get a lot of very simple things like timer, stopwatch, we get the weather widget, and yeah, they work fine. They actually look really good as well. Very mature and elegant. Yeah, this watch is doing things well. But on WesKnows, we don't like talking about the basic stuff. Let's get into the more serious stuff, some complicated things. Well, this watch does offer quite a bit of sensors. So first of all, we get a heart rate sensor, and you can set up right on the watch whether you want it to measure continuously to monitor your heart rate every 10 minutes when you're still or during particular hours. So you can set it up directly off this watch, not just from your app, which is absolutely great. You've got a stress monitor, you've got an SpO2 monitor, and you've got a sleep monitor. In regards to sleep, you can monitor your deep, light, and REM sleep as well as your awake times during the times you've actually slept. Now, I didn't find any information about nap tracking or nap monitoring. As we know on the Xiaomi and Huawei on the Redmi watches, as long as your naps are over 20 minutes long, they will get registered. I have not found this information here. Well, on the website or on the specs. Unfortunately, I don't have naps, but I've got relatives that do, so I'll be able to pass this on to them and actually test out if the nap monitoring works on the Samsung Galaxy Fit 3. In regards to sport modes, 100 sport modes, and that should be quite sufficient, I would think. The only problem is there is no GPS. Well, no inbuilt GPS. You need to connect your tracker to your smartphone via Bluetooth to actually calculate the distance, the speed, and so forth. But that is okay, because again, at $100, do we really expect a GPS tracker? Because what we've seen from the more budget companies coming in from the Chinese manufacturers, well, yeah, you might get a GPS tracker under the $100 price tag, but the quality of that sensor is going to be quite shoddy. And if you want accuracy, you still need to be connected to your smartphone. All sport modes are goal-based, so you can set up a distance goal, a time goal, or a calories to be burned goal. That is great. You can auto-pause your activities. You also get 6 auto-detected activities. So walking, running, rowing machine, elliptical workouts, swimming, and the last one is dynamic workouts. So useful, but nothing out of the ordinary. What is out of the ordinary is how you can set up your fall detection, your emergency contacts to be contacted when something is amiss. So first of all, there is a barometer sensor in here. So the tracker can detect when a hard fall occurs. So you would actually need to enter an emergency contact or contacts into your app, and if a hard fall is detected, they will be contacted from your phone. So an automatic phone call will be made to them. So that is good. Another really nice feature here is that with 5 taps on this button, you will be sending your location as well as making a phone call to your emergency contact. And as a result of that, on the tracker face, you will get a list of your medical conditions if you have any. So if the ambulance or anybody else comes to help you out, they know exactly what's going on with you and what medication you can and cannot have. So this is something very advanced, very useful, and completely unexpected on a budget fitness tracker. Apple Watch, yes. Samsung Galaxy Watch, yes. But those things are like, what, 3, 4, 5 times more expensive than this very budget tracker. So very impressive stuff. Of course, we have a lot of customizations in terms of setting up your low heart rate, high heart rate, your SpO2 bands. So all the normal features are here. In regards to the shortcuts that the watch has taken, well, I feel like that GPS, well, even if it was not a very good one, it would be nice if there is something inbuilt. Also, I think if it had any inbuilt storage, that would be nice, so you can actually download media to your tracker. And if you want to switch off your phone, you don't want to take your phone for a walk or something and just listen to music off your watch, that would be nice. Or maybe some podcasts, whatever it may be. Another omission in my eyes is the missing microphone. Now, of course, a speaker, that's probably a bit too much for Samsung to offer at this price point, but a microphone and maybe an AI assistant, that would have been nice, because sometimes I go for walks and I like to make audio notes, and if I could actually speak into the watch and record them, I think that would be pretty cool. Otherwise, I can't really think of anything wrong with this tracker. For this price point, we're getting an intuitive, mature, great looking aluminium case, after all, hybrid fitness tracker, and hybrid because of this button on the right hand side. What I love about this is that when you swipe up, down, to the left or to the right, you sort of know straight away what you're gonna have at the end of that swipe or tap. This is a tracker that has been thought through. The colors that we see on this tracker, on every single face, there is a balance, there is a science to them. It's not just a mix of colors jumbled together just because somebody thought they're going to look pretty. No, this has Samsung Galaxy all the way through. So, very good tracker indeed. Anyways, £80, $100, pretty decent stuff. But of course, going forward, we do need to make a comprehensive deep dive review of this tracker. Also, we need to put it in head-to-head comparisons against the other budget trackers from the likes of Xiaomi, Redmi, Huawei, Amazfit, and so forth. Also, we need to check the heart rate accuracy on the back of this thing. So these videos will be coming up quite shortly. So make sure that you do hit that red subscribe button below the video and not miss those things. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.